You're listening to Journalists on Journalism, a weekly podcast brought to you by Stanford's graduate program in journalism. For more information and upcoming speakers, visit journalism.stanford.edu.
This is Valentina Nesci.
And this is Christina Farr. And this week's guest was Eric Brown, Editorial Analyst for Yahoo's front page.
Eric Brown has been the Editorial Analyst for Yahoo front page since 2010.
In 2008, he won a Yahoo Superstar Award as part of the front page content optimization team. He received a Master's of Business Administration from Stanford School of Business and a bachelor's degree from Harvard College.
Thank you. So a lot of you might wonder what an editorial analyst is. It's sort of an unusual role, and that's what I want to talk about.
He manages editorial analytics, coverage schedules, and keeps a close eye on user engagement trends.
We do basically the content you see up there right now, that Today area, where this says Today, October 20th.
To personalize content on the homepage, Yahoo uses a combination of human editors and an algorithm.
We use a kind of a very unusual programming system, and that's why it's really important to have editorial analytics at our company. We do have human editors decide creating these content packages and approving them, but then we get a little bit like Google News. We turn into an algorithm, and it's the human editors working together with a content algorithm to decide what people see. That way we can personalize the content.
Whether you're into celebrity gossip or foreign affairs, the homepage will detect the interests of its regular viewers and adjust the content accordingly.
Dan, you're a sports fan, so you probably get more sports content.
The algorithm ensures that the Yahoo homepage is a step ahead of its competitors.
I would say that we're kind of in between Google News and a place like maybe AOL or MSN, which I don't have any spies or anything like that, but I presume that they don't use this sort of system.
While the algorithm influences what goes on the homepage, it's the human editors that make the ultimate decisions.
I'm an editor. My background is editing, but I'm also a data analyst. And I look for trends of what's doing well, but I'm always thinking of it in an editorial context. And I know that we can't create the news. We can't get too sleazy, and we're not TMZ. We don't want to be TMZ.
There were occasions when Brown's team might choose to override the algorithm.
Let's say there's a user who never clicks on politics stories. Never ever, So the algorithm says, okay, don't show this person any politics stories. But then there's a big one. Say there's a big story about don't ask, don't tell. How do you think we should deal with that? One of our rules of thumb is that if we put something live, we can't assume anyone's going to see it at all. So what we have to do then is, if we want someone to see a story, if we think something's really important, we have to obligate the algorithm to show it to everyone.
Brown had some salient advice for a room full of young journalists who might be exposed to new technologies like Yahoo's algorithm in their future careers.
As you all get into the working world, eventually, you're probably going to be doing things that haven't been done. And you might need to consider, there's going to be a lot of things coming up that haven't been talked over by other journalists because it's, the internet is changing so much and everything's so new.
This is Valentina Nesci and Christina Farr.
And thanks for listening to Journalists on Journalism, a project of the Stanford University Graduate Program in Journalism.